Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Would you come on in here and sit down with me, and let's get started today as we look at Psalm 12, verses 2 and 3. And one of the things we're going to discover here, and I suppose that we've already been discovering this, but something that's going to become an emphasis in the Psalms are the words that the wicked speak. And wicked words in general, because the wicked words are the weapons of warfare in the Psalms. I don't think David's quite as concerned about the swords that are drawn against him. He was a mighty man of valor, and he was surrounded by mighty men of valor. I don't think they were too worried about the swords drawn against them, but David was at least, worried about the words drawn against him, because the words can do more harm than the sticks and the stones. They may break bones, but the words, I know the little rhyme says, sticks and stones break my bones, but words will never hurt me, but that's really not true. Words do hurt us, don't they? They're very dangerous. And so we come today to verses 2 and 3, and we're going to, in verse 2 and verse 4, we're going to find out about the wicked man as he speaks. Now, we've already seen that in Psalm 10, but here we come to Psalm 12, and this is almost like an answer to it. Notice 2 and 3. Let me read those. Verse 2, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor. With flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things. So they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips and a double heart. Have you know about that? Have you ever seen that happen in real time? Yeah, we have that a lot, don't we? People speak vanity to their neighbors all the time. The vanity of our words is a problem. And I guess maybe at this point I should stop and just ask you, dear Christian friend, what are you doing with your words? Are they healthy words? Are they helpful? Or do they attack? I've known a lot of Christian people in my time, and there have been some of them who have been very aggressive with their tongue. They have, behind other people's backs, spoken evil of them. I mean, really bad. And not just, doubtful in conversation, but curses and hatefulness. And so we come here to something like verse 2, everyone with his neighbor, the vanity of the lips is just overwhelming, and a double heart. So, a double heart is a heart that's filled with hypocrisy. They say one thing and do another. They do one thing and say another. So they have a double heart, and they're confused. You just go back and you look at what James had to say about the ones tossed by the waves, what their words are like. So then you notice verse 3, the Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaks proud things. So here's the remedy for the wicked man. Remember back in Psalm 10, the wicked man was saying, the Lord doesn't see, he doesn't take, he doesn't recompense, all of that. Here we see the Lord's listening. The Lord's listening. And he's going to cut off the flattering lips and the tongue that speaks proud things. Well, and guess what? That happens in real time, in real life. The Lord takes up the cause of his people who are being abused verbally by the wicked. Because, verbal abuse just ends in physical abuse. And so this is where it begins, starts in the heart, proceeds forth from the mouth, and inspires an imagination that is corrupt. Well, next time we're going to look at verses 4 and 5, and we actually get to hear the wicked man speak in verse 4. We have a quote here in verse 4. They have said, and then we have what it is that they say. So join me again next time. We're going to look at verses 4 and 5 here on Daily Dose Radio.